Welcome to Comfort Africa number 2. This is part 3. So before we go, I made one misstep about the white lady that fought back. She was actually an Asian woman who fought back. So therefore, I apologize for that. Remember, I can't edit these videos on this machine because I'm stupid. So you get what you get. But when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. So I was wrong. It was an Asian woman who fought back. And to end that, there were still plenty of Asians flocking around hollering Trump 2020 or 2024, whatever the fuck it was. To you Asians who supported that shit for 2024 for Trump, I don't get it. I'm not really happy, but I'm not. It's not like I can really be mad about it because I'm not Asian, but it's just the concept of you following this man as your fellow Asians are getting fucking blasted, ridiculed, and jumped by racist blacks and racist whites. And yes, I said racist blacks and racist whites. Alright? Not that there isn't racist Asians, but Asians have been on the receiving end of a lot of fuckery since Trump has been in office, since the coronavirus came out. Now, y'all might not have to agree with that, and you don't. And that's your prerogative. And I'm not saying that every white person or every black person is a racist. But the ones that attacked these Asians were 1,000% racist. Period. And you can spin it any way you want and say, oh, well, they weren't part of Trump's party. They say the same thing about MAGA. They said the same thing about those guys a couple of months ago in that moving van that was pulled over, all in the same uniform, all about to go do some sketchy shit. Yeah, okay. So I guess I'm not saying all racists are Trump supporters, but a bulk of those motherfuckers are. You might not like this video. That's why this is part 3. This will probably be the longest video because it's going to be the last video I do tonight. Hair's done. In case I get in one of these suits and do a live TikTok, depending on how long this video runs. Alright? So, let's continue. I am now going to attack my natives. Alright? There's not a lot, so there's not going to be a whole lot of videos that have natives supporting Trump. However, there are a few of you out there. I know who you are. I'm not putting your names up here because one of y'all have the accent, and then when people called you on being a Trump supporter after the whole Standing Rock, you lost the accent. And in fact, I haven't seen your Instagram or your TikTok make anything after that, and I actually liked you until I found out you were a Trump supporter, especially after the whole bullshit with Standing Rock and after Obama made the decree, and then Trump took away the decree like the next goddamn day. So let's address that really quickly. All right. So a lot of natives approached Trump when he was going into his candidacy. All right. You guys can go find the videos. A lot of natives asked Trump about Standing Rock. And there is video. I can't find it, but there is video where he literally told a young Native American woman he had no ties with Standing Rock, and that when he became the president, or if he became the president, that he wasn't going to let anything happen to Standing Rock. That was lie number 1. So, all the months and months of everything going on, and the actress from Divergent, or whatever the movie was, made the biggest statements of all, because she was like the main person doing it, which sadly there weren't enough native actors participating in this, and my dumb ass is poor and couldn't get there if I wanted to. So, the natives pleaded to Obama. And Obama, his last day in office, he made a decree that there will be no pipeline coming through Standing Rock. And natives cheered. For 23.1 hours, they cheered. The first damn thing Trump did when he got in office was he removed Obama's decree on Standing Rock. And that shit started right back the fuck up. Pipelines coming through Standing Rock. Because President Trump signed that decree that the pipeline could go through Standing Rock. Now, granted, it may not have been your tribe, buddy. Yeah, you know who you are. I'm leaving your name off because I really admired you. But I had some recourse after finding out that you were a Trump supporter because you're native, and Trump has never liked natives. Period. Do I need to play the video again? Because I'm going to play the video again. Before I go after the black people, I'm going to play this video again because if any natives watching that are supporting Trump, you're going to need to hear this video one more time. Okay? So that specific native was doing a lot of stuff. Nice accent, everything. But when Trump signed that decree to put the pipeline back through Standing Rock, everyone was in a fucking uproar. Me, Blue Jesus, everybody was in an uproar. This specific native told everybody, don't blame Trump for everything. Okay, I hear that. But Standing Rock, he literally told them that he wasn't going to touch it if he became president. When he became president, he literally went back against his word, which makes him officially a fucking liar, and decided, hey, we're going to go ahead and let Standing Rock, that pipe come straight on through Standing Rock. It's not the first time he had a problem with natives. And let's not go into Elizabeth Warren and her 4% native genealogy and him calling her Pocahontas every fucking day in office. But I suppose y'all who are native didn't really care, even though MMIW has made it apparent that no one should be making fun of Motakua. I ain't say her name right. Pocahontas. Alright? Everybody points out the fact that she was like 12. And John Smith and John Roth pretty much took her over the seas. Okay? But people keep forgetting that fact. So they watched a lot of the Disney fairy tale. And the Disney fairy tale was a way nicer story than what actually happened. So, moving on to that, a couple of natives still were all about supporting Trump. Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all, because you fail to understand the thing that all natives learned from the Trail of Tears. What affects one tribe affects all tribes. And a lot of natives forgot about that shit. Especially the natives. They supported Trump. So I'm going to play this video one more time. And I'm hoping this is going to be the last time. It's probably not. But I'm going to play it one more time. So that people understand where I'm coming from. And especially the natives that support Trump. And how much of a shame you should be for supporting a man who didn't want natives to have casinos. Didn't think that they looked like natives. Lied to the natives of Standing Rock. Said other things about natives. And continued to call Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas in front of native soldiers known as code talkers. I know you all saw that. That video is still fucking circulating. So if you're native and you supported that shit, this is where your shame should be in. The second that he handed them medals, you're really important to us. We have someone who's just as important. She's been here for a very long time. We call her Pocahontas. Now that native that broke and was about to laugh, I get it. He's an old soldier. He's earned the right to fucking laugh. But none of Trump's people checked him. Dude, you realize you talking to fucking Lakota or Navajo? You should not be doing that. You should not be saying in a time way back when red-headed dude would have been scalped. So, or someone would have scalped them and blamed the natives for that shit, because natives technically didn't start scalping. But I'm pretty sure nobody's really aware of that, but now you are. So anyway, a lot of natives that support this man were probably not aware of the shit that he's said or done in regards of Native Americans. So we're going to play this video one more time. And then my black brothers and sisters, I've saved the best for last. I'm coming for you. So, brace yourself. Echoes on the way.
1973, the Nixon administration sued Trump for refusing to rent to black people. 1980s, Trump's casinos were accused of hiding the black staff when Trump visited. 1989, Trump took out a full-page ad arguing for the death penalty for a group of 5 black men at Central Park 5, effectively putting a bounty on their heads and plaguing them with a lifetime of death threats. He was sued by the Justice Department for discrimination. 1991, black guys counting my money, I hate it. The only kinds of people I want counting my money are short guys that wear yarmulkes every day. I think that the black guy is lazy, and it's probably not his fault because laziness is a trait in blacks. It really is. 1992, Trump's casino was fined $200,000 for transferring black dealers off certain tables to appease racist patrons. 1993, Trump said Native American casinos shouldn't be allowed because they don't look like Indians to me. 2000, Trump ran a series of attack ads against Native American casinos alleging, with no proof, that they were guilty of crimes. 2004, Trump fired a black contestant from The Apprentice for being overeducated. 2010, Trump arguing in favor of segregating Muslims in Lower Manhattan. 2011, birtherism. Trump alleged that Obama was Kenyan based on nothing but skin color. He never apologized nor renounced the claim. Name one time Trump was racist.
Don't worry, I'm going to play it again. But I'm still on the native thing. So, hearing that thing about the casinos, and knowing that it probably goes further back than that, but just not found, and not found by me, so I can't use it to fact check anything. But the casino things, twice. You just heard it, twice. By a white man that this young lady of color was playing. So, if you're native and you were supporting Trump, you were supporting the guy who was against one tribe or another for their land, which we all know the land has been stolen. Our ancestors suffered greatly, and probably the reason why I am mixed is because a lot of our ancestors tried to get away from the native culture by force instead of by course. And since I'm part Cherokee, a lot of female Cherokee clearly were bargaining chips. All right? So I'm going to say it. Yeah, we were clearly bargaining chips. So, therefore, you have to explore history a little bit more. Now, being that I'm part mixed with part native and part black and part white, I figure that in making this video, I will make sure that everyone understands that I am biased at Trump. I do not like the man. I can't stand the man. And if that's your guy, hey, I don't have anything against you. I just have something against him, which is why these 3 videos or 4 videos, or however many I've made, have tried to point that out. So now, I'm going to engage in conversation with the black people, okay, who follow Trump. I'm going to play that video one more time as this young woman of color dances in a circle with her posterior, and let a video by a white man talking about all the racist things that Trump has did and said. So, then I'm going to jump on your black asses, and you can hate me all you fucking want. But I'm going to jump on your black asses because you need to have your asses jumped on. Because a lot of people are bitching about BLM and how that hustle happened and all that shit. I don't give a flying fuck. I do support all lives. I'm not going to discriminate. But make sure you understand. I'm not saying black lives don't matter. I'm saying they matter just as much, if not more. Alright? I'm not saying native lives don't matter. I'm saying native lives matter just as much, if not more. Same thing with Asian lives. They matter just as much, if not more. Now, as far as all the other shit that comes with that, I don't give a fuck. Alright? And I don't give a fuck about any politicians because, like I said, I was going to vote for Elizabeth Warren. If not her, I was going to vote for the gay guy or the Chinese guy. That was it. I got Biden because he was the lesser of 2 evils. There was no way I was going to vote for a racist. And yes, I will say Biden said one racist thing in his campaign. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. That was it. He hasn't said anything else racist. And as far as for everybody worrying about what people were promised, ain't none of these goddamn politicians honored a promise since their first goddamn president. And if y'all think y'all have, you may have had pieces of a promise. But think about it. If all the promises were honored, America would be fucking utopia. Because then everybody would be well off. Everybody would have decent jobs, job opportunities. Bosses wouldn't be assholes, dicks, and you couldn't get fired over something as small as farting in a fucking damn room. So, no promises have really been made. And if they have been made, they haven't been kept very long. That being said, let's play this video so I can chime in on the black people and piss off a lot of black followers. So are you ready? Brace yourself, because here comes Echo.
Okay, I will. 1973, the Nixon administration sued Trump for refusing to rent to black people. 1980s, Trump's casinos were accused of hiding the black staff when Trump visited. 1989, Trump took out a full-page ad arguing for the death penalty for a group of 5 black men that was Central Park 5, effectively putting a bounty on their heads and plaguing them with a lifetime of death threats. He was sued by the Justice Department for discrimination. 1991, black guys counting my money I hate it. The only kinds of people I want counting my money are short guys that wear yarmulkes every day. I think that the black guy is lazy, and it's probably not his fault because laziness is a trait in blacks. It really is. 1992, Trump's casino was fined $200,000 for transferring black dealers off certain tables to appease racist patrons. 1993, Trump said Native American casinos shouldn't be allowed because they don't look like Indians to me. 2000, Trump ran a series of attack ads against Native American casinos alleging, with no proof, that they were guilty of crimes. 2004, Trump fired a black contestant from The Apprentice for being overeducated. 2010, Trump arguing in favor of segregating Muslims in Lower Manhattan. 2011, birtherism. Trump alleged that Obama was Kenyan based on nothing but skin color. He never apologized nor denied the claim. Name one time Trump was racist.
One more time.
Okay, I will. 1973, the Nixon administration sued Trump for refusing to rent to black people. 1980s, Trump's casinos...
What was that? Did he say they sued Trump for not renting to black people? Let's hear it again, shall we?
Racist. 1973, the Nixon administration sued Trump for refusing to rent to black people. 1980s, Trump's casinos were accused of hiding the black staff when Trump visited. 1989, Trump took out a full-page ad arguing for the death penalty for a group of 5 black men at Central Park 5.
Do I need to keep going? Let's start one more time. Let's see. Sued for not renting to black people. Took out a hit pretty much on the Central Park 5. Fired an apprentice for being overeducated. That doesn't sound like that's pro-black to me. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I don't count because I'm mixed, so my words are falling on deaf black ears. But we're going to play this shit one more time. And, we already went through the Native American like 5 minutes ago. But we're going to play this one more fucking time. So I want to make sure all you black people hear this before I blow your fucking mind with how I really feel. So let's rewind this back.
Okay, I will. 1973, the Nixon administration sued Trump for refusing to rent to black people. 1980s, Trump's casinos were accused of hiding the black staff when Trump visited. 1989, Trump took out a full-page ad arguing for the death penalty for a group of 5 black men at Central Park 5, effectively putting a bounty on their heads and plaguing them with a lifetime of death threats. He was sued by the Justice Department for discrimination. 1991, black guys counting my money I hate it. The only kinds of people I want counting my money are short guys that wear yarmulkes every day. I think that the black guy is lazy, and it's probably not his fault because laziness is a trait in blacks. It really is. 1992, Trump's casino was fined $200,000 for transferring black dealers off certain tables to appease racist patrons. 1993, Trump said Native American casinos shouldn't be allowed because they don't look like Indians to me. 2000, Trump ran a series of attack ads against Native American casinos alleging, with no proof, that they were guilty of crimes. 2004, Trump fired a black contestant from The Apprentice for being overeducated. 2010, Trump arguing in favor of segregating Muslims in Lower Manhattan. 2011, birtherism. Trump alleged that Obama was Kenyan based on nothing but skin color. He never apologized nor denied the claim. Name one
more
time
time.
Trump was racist. Okay, I will. 1973, the Nixon administration sued Trump for refusing to rent to black people. 1980s, Trump's casinos were accused of hiding the black staff when Trump visited. 1989, Trump took out a full-page ad arguing for the death penalty for a group of 5 black men at Central Park 5, effectively putting a bounty on their heads and plaguing them with a lifetime of death threats. He was sued by the Justice Department for discrimination. 1991, black guys counting my money I hate it. The only kinds of people I want counting my money are short guys that wear yarmulkes every day. I think that the black guy is lazy, and it's probably not his fault because laziness is a trait in blacks. It really is. 1992, Trump's casino was fined $200,000 for transferring black dealers off certain tables to appease racist patrons. 1993, Trump said Native American casinos shouldn't be allowed because they don't look like Indians to me. 2000, Trump ran a series of attack ads against Native American casinos alleging, with no proof, that they were guilty of crimes. 2004, Trump fired a black contestant from The Apprentice for being overeducated. 2010, Trump arguing in favor of segregating Muslims in Lower Manhattan. 2011, birtherism. Trump alleged that Obama was Kenyan based on nothing but skin color. He never apologized nor denied the claim. Name one time Trump was racist.
Now that we got that out the way. Now that we got that out the way. I know you're thinking, why do you keep saying that? Because I got to go cut off this alarm so it doesn't ruin this video. And again, now that we got that out the way, let's talk, black people. Let's talk, shall we? And before any of the half-breed jokes come across the screen or come across the little thing in the comments or whatever, yes, I am part black. I am also part native, and I gave the natives a very hard time at the beginning of this video. Probably not as hard of a time as I'm going to give black people because of the hard time I got from black people as a child. So there's a little bit of resentment there. But we're not going to let that get in the way of me giving you the whole 99999.99. And why not the whole 1,000? Because I'd probably blow up the machine. So you got a lot of black people who support Trump. And you got a lot of black people who are calling us all sheeps and snowflakes because we vote Democrat. And yet this man is in so much fucking trouble right now in the current day. And according to TikTok, and it's not breaking into my news yet or anything like that, is until it does, I'm not going to confirm or deny the espionage shit and how I feel this motherfucker's not going to jail. I believe all-heartedly that Trump won't do a damn day in jail. And y'all don't have to agree with me, and I can't stand this motherfucker, but I can almost guarantee you, he ain't going to jail. I don't know why everybody thinking, oh, he's going to jail, lock him up. Just like when they were hollering for Hillary to lock her up. And though she testified and she got cleared, everybody's still jumping down Hillary's shit. She's still living rent-free in everybody's head, just like Donald Trump's still living rent-free in mine and everyone else's. Now, here's the thing. I'm here to jump on black people. So where do we begin? I just played that video twice, back to back. So he got sued for discrimination for not renting to black people. He fired a black contestant for being overeducated. He accused Barack Obama for not being an American citizen his entire fucking presidency. Need we go on? My favorite. He put a bounty out on the Central Park 5. I'm the same age as the Central Park 5. I was the same age when they were doing the shit in Manhattan where they got in trouble for some shit that they didn't even do. The DNA cleared them and they went to prison for some shit that they didn't do. And what does he do? I wish we can reinstate the death penalty. And then again, he took out ads, death threats. Do I need to play the video one more motherfucking time? I think not. I played it twice, back to back to back. And if you're black and you still ain't following, then you have a fucking problem. Alright? I'm sorry for swearing. You have a problem. Because you're riding with your blinders on. You're one of those three monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. You're one of those people, and you need to wake the fuck up. Yeah, I don't like Trump. I never lied about it. I don't give a flying fuck if you don't like me. I don't give a flying fuck if you leave this channel and you are black. I do not like Trump. I didn't stutter about that shit. I didn't fake about that shit. And sure as I'm about to drink this Gatorade and go get me some Pop-Tarts at the end of this video, you know, it is what it is. But as I told my Asians for Trump and my natives for Trump, sometimes you have to actually see the victim to understand the victim. See, if you've never been victimized a day in your life, you don't know what a victim is. You can read about victims and you can see victims, and the only thing you're going to think is, oh, that's some shit that only happens on TV, or that shit could never happen to me. Well, as a martial artist from the age of fucking 7 to 48, I never thought I would be bullied in school because I knew martial arts. Nobody bothers me. Nobody bothers me either. Well, I was wrong. I got bullied in school all the fucking time. Every goddamn day. Over something. But the thing was, they never physically tried to hurt me. Because they knew I knew my shit. My mom had one rule. Don't fight in school unless it's in self-defense. If someone puts their hands on you, I don't have a problem with you putting your hands on them. I learned that when I punched a girl in the mouth for calling me the N-word. And she was a white girl. I didn't mean to hit her, but my hand left my body before I could control it. And it wasn't my strong hand, it was my left hand. It just bip, right in the mouth. Bust all that shit. She was leaking. She started crying. All my white friends were no longer my friends after that. They never found out that she called me the N-word. They never became my friends ever again after that. Period. All the white people in that class looked at me differently from that day on. They never ever gave me a fucking chance to explain why I hit her. Now, I've never really ever hit women that weren't kin to me, because in my family we fought like cats and dogs. The girls fought as good as the boys, if not better. That's why I'm tough as fucking nails now. Get your ass beat by a girl a couple of times, because Kung Fu ain't got shit on the windmill. Now, black people, I don't want to have to play that video again. I just want to ask, what the fuck is your problem? You were supporting a guy who wanted 5 teenagers killed. Granted, even after being proven, even after serving their time, this man couldn't swallow his pride for 5 seconds to apologize to these 5 men and the 4 that survived. You know, he couldn't apologize to them for being wrong, for saying 5 innocent children did not rape this white lady in the park. In fact, they were doing time with the guy that actually did it, who would later confess, which DNA would confirm. These 5 young men lost everything. Everything. Understand me? How the hell did you get in here? Okay, there's a bug on my light. You guys probably can't see it because the light's too bright. But, yeah. He's right in there somewhere. I'm going to have to kill him. There you go. Anyway, sorry, bug. I didn't really want to take your life. Anyway, this man couldn't apologize. Then the fact that while Obama was out of office, Obama was living rent-free in his head the way Trump's living rent-free in mine. And every time something came up, well, it was Obama, it was Obama, it was Obama, it was Obama, it was Obama. Y'all can go and check all that shit. Y'all know that shit's the truth. Give 2 shits about Obama. He really could. But every time something went wrong, he put it on the current administration. You know, it was Obama. It was Obama. You know, first year in, everything went wrong. It was Obama. It was Obama. Check on Hillary. Check on Hillary. Motherfucker, do your job. Yeah, I'm going to go have tea with Kim Jong-il. who had his uncle assassinated in Thailand by hot chicks with some kind of goopity shit on their face. You know, his face, because they wiped it off their hands onto his face and he died a few days later. But I'm pretty sure you're thinking, what does that have to do with anything? He had alcohol and drinks with this dude. And then he idolized Putin. You know, the thing about being a leader of the free world is that you're supposed to represent and try to get our world so that everybody likes what we're doing versus that. But this isn't about that. This is about my young black people who are Trump 2024, Trump 2020. And somehow or another, you all missed the Central Park 5. You missed this video just said that the Nixon administration and them tried to sue him for discrimination for not renting to black people. You missed it. He hid black people in the casino. Or the black workers had to hide when rich white patrons came in. And you're black, and you're Trump 2020, Trump 2022, 24, whatever. But you're not taking into the accountability of the black people that he hurt. Right? That didn't happen, right? Yeah, that didn't happen. Because Black Lives Matter. And like I said, up until I found out that Trump was a racist, all that shit got by me too. Trump couldn't do nothing wrong when he was on the WWE. And I am a fan of the WWE. When Trump dropped all that money in the audience, that was the same year this asshole filed for bankruptcy. I was just too stupid. Then I did my research. Same fucking year he filed for bankruptcy, like the 4th time. And I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck can a millionaire file for bankruptcy? So here's the thing. Bankruptcy does not actually mean you are fucking broke. It just means it freezes all your assets. Let's find out if I'm right. Hey, what does bankruptcy actually mean?
According to Wikipedia, bankruptcy is a legal process through which people or other entities who cannot repay debts to creditors may seek relief from some or all of their debts.
Does bankruptcy mean you're completely broke?
According to Jeff Field and Associates, the idea that you need to be flat broke to seek bankruptcy protection is a misconception. The amount of money you make and the amount of debt you have are not the sole factors that determine whether or not you should file for bankruptcy.
I rest my case. He was dropping mad money in the audience of WWE. I believe it was all Vince McMahon's money, but Vince and Donald had some good standings because Donald was like helping Miss McMahon run for Congress or whatever. I don't know if she won. And same thing, they couldn't be on TV, so Vince and his wife couldn't be on TV while she was running for Congress. It's some kind of political bullshit, the loophole or whatever. Fuck. But I still like Vince. Because Vince didn't support racism, to our knowledge. If that comes out, Vince is going to be in deep shit. Now, Vince might be a sex addict, but we don't think he's a racist. And Vince, please don't be a racist. Please don't let me down, Vince. And if you're hiring for WWE films, I am available. Let's make a story about natives still. Anyway, moving on. You young black people, I am not against free will. I'm not against you having the ability to think for yourself. And I am not here to change your mind about Donald J. fucking Trump. What I am here to tell you is that you might want to do your motherfucking research on your fucking heroes and your idols. Alright? Because a lot of your heroes and idols are as racist as they come. You may not think that shit, but you'd be surprised at who's actually a racist and who is not. And when you find out who's racist and who's not, it's going to be a slap in your face. But again, like I said in earlier video, you have to either witness the victim or be the victim to understand where I'm getting at. I refer to my school bullying because I was bullied by blacks and whites. Not but one Asian. Yeah, one Asian because he's the only Asian in school. We got to fight over rice cakes. And I didn't know he was from Vietnam. I thought he was Chinese because rice cakes was a stereotype that came from China. Anyway, we got into a little tiff of that. We didn't get into a physical tiff, but we got into an argument. And he had me dead to rights with the half-breed after I told him to go back to China, and he's like, fuck you, I'm from Vietnam. So, yeah. Now, at the time, I didn't even know that the Vietnam War had not too long ended after my fucking birth. Vietnam, I believe, ended in 75, 76. I was born in 73. So one of my uncles, or a couple of my uncles, were still serving in Vietnam while that shit was going on. Now, minus the shit that I just owned, a lot of you young black people fail to understand the concept of true racism and true victimization of racism. Alright? And you don't know. There's nothing wrong with not having the knowledge and not knowing what true racism is. The problem is, you guys are supporting a guy who wanted to see 5 young black men done in, even though they were innocent. And 20 some odd fucking years later, he still has not apologized. Not one time has he apologized. Not one time. Not in public, not ever. And I don't know how to address you without being angry, without being mad that black people would literally support this dude. There have been many a things. There were black people who painted over a Black Lives Matter sign in front of Trump Towers. I know who you are. She was a very beautiful, big black girl. She was kind of plump. And she went all... I know I'm not trying to body shame her. That's the only way I can describe her. She was darker than me. She took a bunch of fucking black shit with her white friends and smeared that shit all over the Black Lives Matter that white people put in front of Trump Tower. There were white people that put the sign there. White people painted the yellow Black Lives Matter right in front of Trump Tower's main door. The black people came along and wiped it out after white people put it there. White people put the Black Lives Matter sign there. And black people, this specific black chick, splattered that shit all over the place. And then on propaganda, on top of that, there was a video for a black woman who was living in Trump Towers rent-free. I do not know how much of that shit was true, because I am also an actor, and you can pay anybody enough money, and they will say whatever the fuck you tell them to say, because that's their fucking job. If someone paid me enough money right now, it's like, well, Echo, we need you to be native representation of Trump. We're going to give you $75,000 tax-free. I can't make that video because everybody who's gone to my YouTube channel knows that I can't stand Trump. Okay? Now they're going to give me $80,000. I have a price too. I don't know what it is, but I've never had $80,000. And if I can get that shit tax-free and I don't have to give any of that shit to the government, I very well may flip my script. But see, we have a problem. Because all the videos I've made on TikTok regarding Trump have been not so becoming. Which would not only make me a hypocrite, it would turn right back around and make me a liar. Alright? Now let's say I'm making a movie. And Trump's funding the movie, and I don't know he's funding the movie. But this video is not like me being Iron Eyes Cody and cleaning up Trump Towers or any of that shit. It's just me making a video, and we're making a movie about native shit, and all of a sudden, I have a line that I have to say something about Trump in a nice way. Me and the producer and stuff, we're gonna have a fucking problem. But everybody knows who follows my channel that I don't like Trump. I said, you guys are gonna have to explain that to the entire fucking world because of my YouTube channel that I don't like Trump. It's like, well, we can go erase your YouTube channel. No, you're not erasing shit. Because I've worked really hard on this YouTube channel. I'll be damned. And I say, you might want to find somebody else. I say, but nobody else wants the part. I say, I need the part. But I don't need it that badly that I'm going to delete my YouTube channel. I may never fucking work again. So I have to have my YouTube channel. You see where we're going with that? Now they're buying me out. And I need money. Lots and lots of money. And if you pay a motherfucker enough money, even a guy like me who's honest will switch. Enough said. But it's not happening no time soon. No one's going to come to me and say, hey, Echo, we're going to give you $170 million for you to say you like Donald Trump. That's a lot of money. $170 million. Do you know what I could do with that? After taxes? You know what I can do with that? I can do a lot. I could start my own studio. Have better equipment to tell you all a fucking lie. Can't do it. I need that money though. Can't do it. Because I have to understand everything that I just said in the last 2 videos. Now, not only would that make me a liar, it would also make me a bigger hypocrite than I already seem to be. So no. No. Because they were like, well, you can just pretend like you're native. I've jumped on natives for supporting Trump. I've jumped on Asians for supporting Trump. I jumped on blacks for supporting Trump. Look at how much of an asshole I just made myself be if I sign up for that shit. Right? Now, I need that money. You gotta weigh that shit out. I need that money. But I need my soul. And a lot of us people of color have sold our souls. And a lot of you people of color who just blindly follow Trump, I understand. My money. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. I'm getting my money. I'm getting my money. I get it. Let's not forget the black people he got out of prison. You guys must not understand. I don't know what's going on with that fucking scar on my head right here. Let's not forget. How do you get people to like you? Easy. You feed the beast. I love doing Kung Fu. It's my life. It's one of the things that I live for every day. Just like living to make videos for y'all. Here's that thing though. If y'all have a problem and I can solve it, and it would get me to go viral, and it would get me to have 10 million followers so that I don't have to go to work, so that I can do this part-time or full-time because I'm making money and I have sponsors and shit like that. I'm feeding the beast. I'm feeding you what you want. I'm giving you exactly what will put my pockets fat and make you sit your ass in front of that screen and watch me. I'm giving you what you want. So, if I need more black votes, I free some black prisoners from jail. You know, the lady, the dude, I think there was another dude. And how else do I get that? I get celebrities to help me out. Kanye, Kim, when they were married, they got 2 people out of jail who was black. Granted, they probably wouldn't get out anyway because of the way the laws have been shifting over drugs and non-violent crimes and criminals doing way too much time that were black, doing 20 years for just selling a joint or a little piece of crack rock on the street. They were probably going to get out anyway. He just sped up the fucking process. He fed the beast. So it doesn't make him look racist. And now he has 2 people who he freed, whose families are indebted to him. And now they're going to vote for him. And guess what? They're black. So that's like a triple whammy right there. He gets 2 black people out of jail. Everybody in both sets of those families who are black and voting age and haven't broken any laws, well, they all feel, well, we kind of got to vote for him. He got mommy out of jail. We kind of got to vote for him. He got daddy out of jail. We kind of got to vote for him. He got grandpa, grandma out of jail. So now, let's say that family has 200 people that are of voting age. Even if they don't like this motherfucker, they feel indebted to him because, you know, the old Chinese proverb, if you save my life, I owe you my life. So now I'm going to be stuck with you until either I save your life and we're even, or someone else comes along and you will find a way to make me that person something or another. Y'all know the drill. If you're Asian, you definitely know the drill. But for this to happen, for him to feed the beast, if he gets 3 or 2 black people out of jail and their families feel totally indebted to him, he has their black votes. Whether he gives 2 fucks about them or not, he has their black votes because that family of those black people that he got out of jail feel totally indebted to him. So now he knows he has at least 7 votes out of both of those families. He knows he has at least 7 votes because those people are going to feel right here how much they owe this man for getting their relatives out of jail. You black people ain't paying attention, huh? I'm paying attention. A lot of other black people are paying attention. But a lot of black people, you just can't sway them. And I'm not here to do that. I don't give a flying fuck. Because I'm going to tell you like I tell you before. I don't give a fuck who you vote for. Alright? I really don't. I may question your morals. The same way you have the right to question mine. But when it comes down to it at the end of the day, none of those politicians give a fuck about us anyway. But I'll take the lesser of 2 evils to have a racist that's going around calling a native woman Pocahontas, or my favorite, telling a Chinese woman to ask China. And y'all don't see that that's racist. I don't understand how you don't see that's racist, especially if you're an Asian, Trump 2020, or if you're black, Trump 2020, or if you're native, Trump 2020, and he's insulting our people, like on a fucking daily, on live fucking TV, and you're still supporting this asshat. That being said, I've taken 40 some odd minutes of your time. I've made 3 videos, and I am sorry that I have hurt your feelings. I am Echo Fangray Wolf. This is Kung Fu Africa number 2. Be seeing you. It is almost midnight, and